السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Do you hear me? If you hear me, please say yes in the chat room. هل تسمعونني؟ Anyone? السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Okay, thank you. تمام. Let us start our master session. عليكم السلام ورحمة. طيب, let us start our master session. We are in master session number 6, inshallah. Today is 6/11. I am Dr. Samah with you. We stop here. طيب, today we'll discuss the state machine state chart diagram. And this is in unit 7. I think, I hope all of you finish unit 7. Right. For state machine is why we are using a state machine is a model that show how an object change from a state to another state depends on specific response or specific event. So that is changing in the state situations of the object. To show that how the object change, we will create a state machine diagram. For creating a state machine diagram, that is showing a module history. That is the history of our object. History of our object, like if I have an object for registrations, students registration. So I have to see the first day or time the student register. After students register, so he will go from registrations to payment. So that will be an event happen through to change from registration to payment after I pay. After you pay your amount of money, you will be one of the valid students in Arab University. After you finish the payment, then you allow you to create a course schedule. Sorry, when you create your schedule, that's mean you already done. So your history is registrations, payments. Now opening your schedule. Then slowly you have to select your course. After you select your course, that's you are moving from just a new student to a registered student in one of the courses. After you pay for the course, then you become a valid student for this course, so you can attend the class and you have access to the LMS and you have access to the material. So like that, when we create a machine, a state machine diagram, we just want to show how the life history of that object change depends on specific events or specific things happen. So event is something will happen for the object to make the status change from a state to another state. Think about your TV. When I push the button of on and off, so the state of TV will change from off to on. Again, when I push again the button, the state will be changed from on to off. So like that, we are changing the situations of our objects. Okay? So think about these equations from the state machine. What a particular benefit can a state machine bring to the object-oriented design? The benefit, what we already said, when we create a state machine diagram, we understand the behavior of the objects. We will understand the behavior of the objects across the time or across the life cycle of these objects. We will show how the object respond depends on specific event. If I register and I didn't finish the payment, or I cannot pay, or I don't have the amount of money, so they cancel my registration. So that is the response of specific event. might be used to help the proof the program correctness. I am showing if I'm a correct student, I have to register, finish my payment correctly, then open the schedule, then register for the course. So this is the correct statement or steps I have to follow to become one of AOU student. So like that, why we need to use a state machine diagram to show the behavior of the object, to show the life cycle of the object, to show the response for this object for each and every event, and to help the programmer show that is the program is written correctly. Okay? Is that it clear? Do you have any questions? If you have a questions, please write in the chat room. Thank you. Here we will go for how we state the chart diagram. We'll see how we would draw that kind of diagram, depends on what. The element as each and every diagram we have. We have a symbolic for a sequence diagram. We have a symbolic for a use case diagram. We have a symbolic for what else we have? Sequence diagram, use case diagram, object diagram. So by the same way, we have a specific symbolic for the state chart diagram, which is as following. The first thing is the state. The states mean that box rounded show, this is the box rounded, show the state themselves. So here, this is my state, occupied or not occupied. So here I have two states, state 1 and state 2. The second is initial state and final state. We have initial state and final state also in the sequence diagram. For each and every diagram, we have start state and end state. Here it's different name. It will be an initial state and final state. Then we have the transition. Transitions means the arrow, these arrows show where to go from which state to which state. So here I'm go from unoccupied to occupied, or vice versa. I can go from occupied to unoccupied. So think about occupied, non-occupied. It's a room in the hotel, for which is the example we always use. A room in the hotel, if the room have some guests, it will be occupied. If the guest makes check out, so the room which will be unoccupied. So check in and check out, that will be the event or the actions happen to change the state from state to another state. A guard, we all know what's mean the guard. The guard is a condition. It will be evaluated, depends on the situations between the state. So if I'm a room, if check in, so that's my, it will be from check in to check out, that I became occupied. If I am a guard I want to put a guard for students in Arab Open University, that will be a student, age should be greater than 18. So this is me, will be my guard. It should be evaluated, then only we can go for the next step. The third and important thing is the event. The event, we can call its event or action. That is written as backslash to label a transition to show an event and associated action. So here I have backslash. If the room or the unoccupied room accept the guest, so the room which will be occupied. If the room set occupied for the guest, so that will be occupied also. And if the guest is in the room, so that is still, it will be occupied. So this is a 3 sequence actions here, consequence, it happened like that. Accepted, set the room, then set the room to the guest. So like that, think about here, the example about vacant room. Vacant room, remove the occupied room. Vacant room, that means they want to clean. So the event is cleaning the room, or the event will be removing the occupations. That means I make check out from this room. Okay, this diagram is clear for all of you. Do you have a question? If you have a questions, please write in the chat room. People, are you sleeping or what? I know, yes, now the weather is became cold, so we very difficult to get up from our beds. Here we'll have an example of a question. Suppose the possible state of a hotel room are unoccupied or occupied. That was already discussed now with you. And the repair and being cleaned. When a guest vacates a room, it must be cleaned. This is يا جماعة logically. When I check out from each and every room in the hotel, the first thing they have to do before the next guest enter to the room in هم they will clean the room. Okay. So any fault reported by a guest when they vacate a room must be repaired before the room can be cleaned. A fault may also be discovered while a room is being cleaned. If so, cleaning is suspended until repair have been made. So that if I am in the room, I broke something or something is missing in the room, so that will be fined while they are cleaning. For example, one glass have been broken, one spoon have been not there, something like that. So the cleaning people, they will stop the cleaner and they will say fire a report saying we have one glass of water broken. We have مثلا the kettle is not working, blah blah. The TV is not on. So they will give something like that. They will stop the cleaning. The repair, they will come. They repair whatever there and change the things. Then again, the cleaner, they'll start their cleaning. After they finish only, the state will be changed to the room is clean and empty. So they want us to draw a state chart diagram to represent the history of a hotel room. You need only to give the transition simple names and use a guard when it is needed. So that it costs us 9 marks. So what we need to remember, we have to have a state, a transition, an event, a guard, an initial state, a final state. Why we have to remember all these things? Because this is the basics things we have to do into our state chart diagram. If we miss any one of these, we will miss from our marks. It's 9 marks. Anything you will miss, you will lose some marks. So think of the questions like that. When you see draw a state diagram, directly put your mind into a state diagram element. When they ask you to draw a sequence diagram, put your mind into a sequence diagram element unlike that. So here, our state chart, they will be in the state chart symbols, which is our state, transitions, event, guard, initial state, and final state. Then only we will think about the scenario and understand how it's going on. So before we start the draw. So here our scenario, the drawing of the state machine. We have a 4 states here, occupied, under repair if they find something missing as the scenario told us here, being cleaned and unoccupied. So the first things will be, the first state is a start state here. The room will be unoccupied. There will be a guest there. So the first step, they will accept some guest. The room will be changed. You have to show in the state diagram the way of the arrow. Just I to highlight. You have to show your arrow where direction it has to go. It's showing me the directions of my event or my action. So I have to go from unoccupied to occupied by action is accept the guest. So when I accept the guest, I will get occupied. When I am occupied, I have 2 options. Either I go here or go here. So either the room is occupied, then the vacuum room report under repair. So they will have something to repair here. Or the vacuum room, no fault report. So after they finish and occupied, they clean the room, begin cleaning. After they clean, that's again, the room, it will be ready for going to unoccupied. If they have something missing or something broken, so the cleaner, they will give a report for a repair. The repair will make everything fixed. then only they will give a report here for the cleaner. They'll start cleaning again. Then again, the room it will become occupied. And so this is a circle. It will work like that. So think about this is considered a guard. This is considered a guard. And this is the message and the events or actions between our state. So changing from unoccupied to occupied state, this is a state and this is state. That will be related to this event, accepting the guest. So I will change from unoccupied to become unoccupied. Okay? Is that diagram is clear for all of you? Do you have a questions? Okay, someone is replying. Here we have another questions. They will say, given the following state chart diagram for the handset of the handling of the landing telephone system with the basics event and their respective actions, Ahmed, amend the diagram, to represent the following. If the handset remains active for 20 seconds with no key press, it will trigger the action sound error tone. If the handset is in active state and key gets pressed within 20 seconds, it will trigger the action sound key press tone. So this is our small scenario. We have a headset and we have a handset and we have a landing telephone. So think about, we have two states here. The first state is idle. Sorry. The first state here is idle and the second state is active. There will be some events here between this action or this state. The action will change the state from idle to active. If the idle, the handset lifted sound, then sound deal tone. If how will change from active to idle to handset replaced by then disconnected. So that we can put a guard here. If it's a 20 second here, he didn't put any guard. He just show us the representations between the two states, the idle and the active. If the handset remain active for 20 seconds, no key press, then the trigger will be sound error tone. If the handset is active state and the key set press within 20 seconds, that will trigger the action sound key press tone. Okay? This is a simple diagram show only two states, how they will change from idle to active and vice versa. And you have to notice the arrows, the direction of the arrows here and the direction of the arrows here. Here, this is a possible answer for the activations. When we want to change the activations after 20 seconds with no key press, sound error will be tone. So this is our guard written here. If the key press within the 20 seconds, so the sound key press tone, it will be here. So here we are adding our movement or our actions depends on these scenarios. Okay. In a shipping, here another example. In a shipping system, draw order objects status chart using 5 states. So here, this is something like it should be, he just giving us a create, a shipping, deliver, closed. In the example, it should be something with more details, people. So here, this is just, this is an example from one of the online training. So here they give just a diagram for created. This is a start, created. If after I create, I want to cancel my order, so this will be the event, so it will be canceled, and I'll go directly to the end. If I'm creating the shipping order, I request the shipping, that is the event. It will be moved from created state to a shipping state. From shipping to deliver, I will be going like that. Then when I confirm the arrival, it will be from deliverable to close, and we will close our state. So here we have 5 states during this diagram. Here we're giving us some objects. Say, think about a customer. Name is C123. Name is John. Email. Order. This is his order. This is the product he ordered. So this is the customer, again, the object. This is the order, and this is a product order here. So here, this is our diagram, how to act. The state chart diagram for an order management system. The initial state will be here. We first will be idle. After we initialize the state of the object, we will send the order request. After we send the order request, we will go for selecting our order. I want to buy more than one thing, so I will keep selecting into my bag. I put them in the bag. After I finish my selection, I will give the confirmation into my order. After the confirmation of the order, the dispatcher order will go, then the complete of the transitions. Then here, this is a final state. Okay. Is this example clear for all of you about the order object? This is just showing how the order move from state to another state. Is this clear for all of you? Do you have questions? Okay. Here we'll see draw state machine diagram, another example. Show the states that a door goes through during its lifetime using 3 states. What we will have about the door can be open, the door can be closed, and the door can be locked. So this is the 3 states I can think about it. A 3 state, I can think about it. It's open, closed, and locked. So I can draw the diagram like the first thing is I will create it, the door. I have a room, I put my door, I put it there. So the first I will keep it open. If I want to close the door, I will close the door. If the room is empty, so I will close it. Or maybe someone inside, so we'll close it. Close and open after I close it, I can open it by another action event. So the door can only have open and close. Sometimes if we are in the room and we want to do something, or we are afraid from some of our children went out or something like that, so we'll be inside and we close the room, lock the room. Or we have something, we want to clean the room or something like that, so we'll lock the room. So if you want to lock the room, you will go for lock. First of all, it will be closed and locked. And after you log, you have to unlock it. The room cannot be locked at all the time. So think about that. It cannot be having a relationship here. I cannot put an arrow, ya jama'a, between these two, because the door cannot be open and locked in the same time. So this is a wrong line. If you put any relationship here between an open and locked, this will be a wrong situation. That as much of you, what you did in the media, you did a lot of mistake like this. You put a line which is supposed not to be there, and put a relationship between an actor and some activity. It should not be there. So like that, unfortunately, you miss a lot of marks. So we think about open, closed, and locked. A door to be locked should be closed. So here, this line, if I put any line like that, that will be a wrong situation. Is that clear for all of you? Do you have a question? Okay. So here we'll go for another example. Nowadays, we'll speak about the final. We'll speak about multiple choice questions, MCQ. What is the primary purpose of the state machine in software design? The primary purpose of the state machine in the software design, the MCQ is related to the state machine, is to module the behavior of an object over its lifetime. It is not used to manage the user interface. It is not used to handle network communication. It is not used for optimizing the database. This is a correct answer to say to module the behavior of an object over its lifetime. Second question, in a state machine, what does a transition represent? A transition represents how the movement from one state to another state in a response to an event. A transition not mean changing in the software version. I'm always told you for the MCQ, sure, either you know the answer or not, but sometimes if you understand the subject, people, and you feel the question is difficult, if you read the questions carefully, you can eliminate the wrong answer and put the correct one. So if we want to go for that techniques here, we'll say, I know the state machine, I know what's mean by transition. A state machine cannot be used to change a software version, so this is wrong. A state machine, there is no relation between state machine and database update, so this is wrong. A state machine, there is no relation between the user input, so this is wrong. So this will be the correct answer. Either if I'm not sure about what is the correct answer. You have to put for yourself some technique to solve the question, the MCQ question in the exam hall, if you don't know the correct answer. Okay, people? Is that clear for all of you? Do you have a question? Here we'll go for a true and false question. They will say, in a state machine, an event is something that happened at a specific time and place, causing a state change. An event is something that happened at a specific time, yes, and place, yes, causing a state change. So the answer is true. Action in a state machine are performed during the transitions between state. Yes, true. State machine can only have one final state. False. A state machine can have more than one final state. The difference between final and initial state should be only one initial state. There can be 0 or one more final, but it must be one initial state, because ya Jama'ah, from the software or the system, I cannot start from different place. I have to find one specific place to start from it, but I can finish or end in everywhere or more than where. مثلا, think about yourself as a student in Arab Open University. You register, the registration, it will be only for one place, you all register. But for the finishing, one of you, they can finish the 4 years programming as a BSc in IT or networking or web developer. Some of you, they may finish in only the 3 years, getting, like example, getting diploma or something like that. So that will be different ending. Some of you, they will get masalan dismissed from the college after 1 year, after getting masalan 6 warning or 7 warning, or the GPA is less. So finishing, it may be having more than one finishing status, but starting, we all start from one point. Okay, is that clear, people? Do you have any questions? So they can be a 0 or 1 or more final, but it should be only one initial state. A final state can be an active for a period of time. An initial state, it should be an immediate transition to a successor state for the next steps. Also, this is, think about you register as a student. They will say, masalan, we are in the beginning of the semester. I select subject TM354. After I select the subject, they give me, masalan, think about 24 hours. I have to finish the payment. If I didn't finish the payment, they will cancel my registration. So in the start, I have to change the state directly. But as a student of Arab Open University, you can take this subject this semester or the next semester or the next semester. So you can finish it anytime as your concern. Is that clear for all of you? Do you have any questions? Okay. Now we'll move for the packaging diagram. We're still in the unit 7, people, and I hope all of you finish unit 7. A packaging diagram is speaking about what is package before, what is package in a programming or in a Java virtual machine. We all study M251. In M251, we'll have a concept of classes, object, diagrams, packages, interfaces. So package, it was something holding a lot of things. It may be holding a classes. It may be holding functions. It may be holding, so it can be, think about it, the package can be anything. Package is just a container. Package is just a container, contain a lot of things inside that. Think of package like مثلا what you have مثلا a pole. You want to put a color, a pole with red, a pole with yellow, and full of a green in different basket. So if I have 3 baskets, I will put the red pole in the basket, all in the green in the different basket, and the yellow in the different basket. So like that, I make classifications of my things. So we normally use the package to make the classification of our operation or our classes or something like that. So this will be how we draw our package. And the biggest one, you will have a big square like that with a small rectangular in the left corner. So this is the biggest package. This is the first package here, the biggest one. The first package can contain other packages, and other packages can contain other packages like that. So it can be a nested packages inside each other. How you program it or how you write it, how you make the relationship between your package, that will be depends on your software or your system or whatever you are building. Okay? So they will see, this is, think about this. Given the following package diagram, assuming all the packages are public, we return back for when we creating the package here. If you all remember from M251, we have 4 access modifier to access our value or our functions or our data into the package. We have a public, private, protected, and by default. The public is what anyone can access it. So if I have something, think about this is my package. This is مثلا P1. And this is my second package B2. If I want to have all the things here, I have مثلا X and Y, and they have Z and A here. If I want B1 access all the data I have in package 2, so that should be all public. And vice versa. If I want all package 2 access whatever they have in package 2, so that it should be a public data type. Public means anyone can see, anyone can access. That is the concept came from a public with any programming language. If you define anything as public, that means anyone can access. If you define something as private, that is mean we'll go for the concept of object-oriented programming that we call an encapsulation. So if I define Z and A is private here, so a package 1 cannot access. And if I define X and Y as private here, so package 2, they cannot access. Okay? So we'll think about, they will say, give the following package. You have 3 kinds of package: account received, account PayPal, and default payments. They will say for me, assume all the packages are public, so they can access each other. So the account received can access the account PayPal, and the account received can access the default payments, and they have the stereotype access and import. Okay? So then they will ask me, which of the 2 stereotype might introduce naming problem with the classes? Given an example. We know, all of us, when we study M251, we use the word import. When we use the word import, we use the word import when we need to call a package inside any program, or we want to open our package into that program. So Using import might face a naming problem if two packages include different classes with the same name, such as having class down payment in post account receipt and default payments. So what we will do, we will do a state two benefits of using the package to manage size and complexity. For more information hiding, as we say, that should be a private to make make it encapsulations. So the answer will be a package can have association with another classes. False. A class in one package can have association with a class in another package. True if they are public. A class inside account receive can form association with a class that inside account, so that's true. So this is how they access each other. So think about when you want to contact or make association between two packages, how we will do that, through the access stereotype or through the import stereotype. Is the difference clear for all of you? Do you have any questions? We normally do the information hiding, ya jama'a, by calling our data as private, and that we apply a concept of object-oriented programming language. We study that in M251 called encapsulations. Is that clear for all of you? Do you have questions? If you have questions, please write in the chat room. Okay. Someone is writing something. I am for this term. Just want to inform you. I'll go to the campus, so I will not be attending the rest of the. Okay, no problem. It's okay. Here, another example for the packages. Using figure to answer the below questions. Assume that all elements are publicity visible. Normally, people, when we creating a package, we are not using the private, because creating a package means we want the people to use our classes inside or our operation or our function. So normally we'll make it as a public. But if the questions came in the exam, they have to mention that clearly, as they said here. Here they said assuming all the packages are public, and here they said assuming that all elements are publicly visible. That's mean a public visible, so anyone can see the other one. So he will ask me some question regarding to this package. I have a look to the package. I will see I have a package user interface. Inside, I have a class, GUI, graphical user interface. I have a package. This is without name. Actually, he didn't give name. Core, we can say core. With a classroom, with another inside package here with a class bubble and form. A package of staff with a teacher class. So we'll see if all public, that means everyone can see everyone. So here we'll ask, what is the name of the diagram in the figure? This is when we see this square and this is square, so our diagram is a package diagram. This is a package diagram. Can pupil form an association with a room? This is a pupil and this is form. They are in the same package, so sure they can be, because they are in the same package, so yes, they can be. Can a teacher is here, association with pupil? Explain your answer, because this is in a different package and this is a different package, so they cannot be associated to each other. So the answer is no. Why? Because they are in a separate package. This is a separate package. This is alone and this is alone. Can a GUI, this is a GUI here, refer to a pupil by simply using a name of that class? I say yes, because they are imports between the user interface and these packages, the arrows here. So they will use the word or the stereotype import. Then can the GUI refer to the room? GUI refer to the room by simply using the name of that class, we'll say no, because access will only allow GUI to refer to element core by including. So sorry, not form, the room. The relation is access. When the relation is access, I can just use it. I cannot call it. Okay, so this is the difference between the import and access. Is this question is clear for all of you? Do you have a question? If you have questions, please write in the chat room. يا رب لك الحمد والشكر. Release all. So always think, يا جماعة, about the package as a container. A container, it contains a lot of classes inside. The classes inside the packages can have a relationship between each other. And the basic things about the package you have to remember, the most of the package are, we use the package to put the operations inside it or the classes inside it we want to access it. So logically, we will use all the classes or all the packages should be a public. But we cannot say we cannot use a private for some times or for some reason. May we need in some package to define some classes or some operation as a private or to prevent from access. So we will use a stereotype access or we will use a stereotype import. That will be differ from system to system or from software to other software. This is the same here. Another example for packages. Here our design for our package here. How many packages we have? We have user interface, order class. We have order item pizza with access. We have regular order, medium or large, and we have the topping cheese, and this is import and this is access. So here we'll see our question. The first question we'll see, just minutes. Little of water. Okay, we'll go for the first questions about this example. They will say, do the package contain only classes? As we said before, the package can contain anything. So no, they can contain any model element from UML among other things. You can include classes, use cases, association, and even other packages. So this is the answer of the package, that we understand what's going with packages. This is a generalization question. Second question is, which modeling principle would lead you to form a package? Why we want to build, this means why we want to build a package. We want to build a package, we want to use a package to raise an abstractions level. That's mean we didn't want too much of details in our diagram. So that is not necessary to understand what is the model is showing. We didn't want more details into our diagram. So we'll use package for that. Package is most of abstractions. We all know what I mean by abstraction. Abstractions mean we didn't want to show so much of details about something. If you all remember in M251, we have a type of the class called abstractions class, and we have abstractions method. When we declare an abstraction class, that means we declare that class with no implementation in that moment, so we didn't want to go into details. Same for the functions. When we declare a function without a details, we can put an abstract function. This is all, ya jama'a, in M251, if you are not remembering. So same concept for the package. If we didn't want to mention too much of details, so for our diagram, we just post everything in one packages. 4.3 say explain how it is possible to have two separate elements that share the same name. So if you place the two elements in the separate packages, they can share the same name. This because each model element is identified by its name and the name of the smallest package that contain. So I can have two things or two classes. Normally in the normal program, I cannot do that. But I have two packages, they can have the same name of the class. So the access will be different through the package name, not only through the class name. Is this question is clear for all of you? We finish, then we'll ask. The first one is 4.4. Can the pizza class form an association with a regular class? This is the pizza class. And this is the form class. Where is the form class? Can the pizza class form an association with a regular class? Regular here. A regular class here. So the answer is yes, because they are all in the same package. Can a regular class form association with a topping? A regular with a topping? No, the two of them are a separate package. This is in a package, and this is a different package. Okay, is that clear, people? Do you have questions into this question until now? It still is very long. In 1, 2, 3, is it clear for all of you? Do you have questions? Why the answers came like that? If you have questions, please write in the chat room. Okay. The 6 questions in the same example say, can the order refer to regular class by simply using the name of that class? We'll say no, there is no guarantee that you can see all the elements of the package. Where is the order? This is the order here, and this is the regular. It's possible to control the visibility element within the package. In the same, you can control visibility attributes. So they are here, they can access, but if I put something like private or protected, they cannot see it. So an element of the access package can be marked as private. If you want to make that element visible, nobody can see it. And if you leave it public, that means anyone can access. The 7 questions say, can the order pizza, this is the order and this is the pizza, simply using the name of that class? We say we can use it because it's access here. So it can be marked as protected if you didn't want anyone to see it, making invisible the package, but invisible child package indicate that has a character. That means they can access here. If you use access, so you can access. If you didn't want anyone to see it, you will make it protected or you will make it private. If you want other classes to see your packages or your class inside the package, that means we will create all of them as a public data type. So when he asks you about privacy, that means that nobody can see. And when he asks you about protected, if they are in the same package, they can see each other. But if they are in the different package, they cannot see each other. Okay, people. Draw the package diagram for order processing subsystem using for package. Okay, so just will. Okay, this example is clear for all of you. Do you have a question? Okay, if you don't have questions, just we'll take a break for 10 minutes. We'll come back. Okay, we are back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We continue our class. Right. We will continue our session. We finished these questions. We'll go for the next. They will see a draw the package diagram for order processing subsystem using for packages. The order, something like UI, user interface framework, track order, order processing, and shipping. Here we'll have 4 packages, as we see from the diagram. The relations between the packages is varies between access and import. If you want the package access the other package, so you'll use the stereotype packages. And if you want the package import and full access for the other package, you will use import. So here we'll see the relationship between a user interface framework and the track order. It will be only access. There is no relations between, like example, a shipping and user frame, because it's directly we cannot do a shipping. We have to go for the order tracking first. We have a relationship between the order processing, because I'm doing from the user interface, I'm doing the processing. So it will be using import. From the track order, you will have access to order processing, because you cannot change, can just see it. But for the track order, you can import the shipping, because this information is very important. You have to put your name, your ID, your addresses, so that will be a shipping information. So you will use the package import. Is this diagram is clear for all of you? Do you have any question? Okay. Here an MCQ question about the packages. They will say, what are the primary rule of packages in software design? To enhance network security, to organize a model elements into coherent units, to optimize a database performance, to manage a user authentications. So why we are using packages? We are using package to organize a model element into a coherence unit. It is not for a security. It is not for a database performance, and it is not for a user authentication. So as I told you, if you didn't remember the correct answer, you can, and you understand what is use of the package, you can just eliminate the other answer by thinking that a package is not used for network security. A package is not used for user security. A package will not use for a database performance. A package not for authentication. So this will be the correct answer. To organize model elements into the coherent units. Another questions. Which of the following is not a benefit of using package in software design? We are not using a package for complexity. We are not using a package for increasing the data transmission speed. We are using for managing complexity. We are using for usability. We are using for hiding some kind of information. But as they say, not a benefit. So that's mean all this is our benefit when we are using a packages. Okay. A question for true false regarding the package. In software design, package can be nested within other package. Yes, sure. As we see here in our diagram, this is a full package. This is a package and this is package. And if you return back for the first diagram here, this is all full package inside package. This is a package. This is inside this. This is inside this. This is inside this. So they can be nested to each other. So the answer is true. The second question is, the primary purpose of packages is to enhance the graphical interface of the applications. False, because we are not enhancing any graphical interface here. We are just using to organize the complexity of our software or our diagram. The third one, package help in achieving high coherent and low coupling in software design. We can say yes, because it's organizing the relationship between the element together and separated each and every classes related to each other, so that it could be one of the reasons of making a coherent, high coherent and low couplings. Okay, is that clear for all of you? Okay, for that I will stop here. I just want to most of you, they ask about the TMA. We will just open it together and we'll just read it and see what's going on in what they ask us to do in the TMA. Okay, I'll just stop the sharing. I will open the TMA from my machine. Just give me a minute. Yeah. مفتوحة. And I think you all start preparing, because the final date of TMA is very soon. I think it's 18. I will go for TM354. Assessment. No. Assessment breakdown. Just I open the file. Please, no, dear, don't send me any email regarding the marks or MTA, because nothing can be done. What happened is happened. I'll just share my screen with you. This is the TMA, what they ask you to do. The TMA for our branch, here are the questions. They will say, question 1, use a generative AI tool such as GPT or Gemini to answer these questions used by giving the following prompt. Give this word to the prompt. Given me one of non-functional requirement for the system travel, so that will cost you 4 marks. The same statement, you have to put it by yourself. You cannot put, this is from ChatGPT, this will be restated by your word or by your statement. So that is from the ChatGPT, it costs you 4, the other will cost you 6. Questions 2 about based on the following travel tourism system. This is, they give you some scenario here, and they ask you to do 2.1, 2. All these things, ya Jama'ah, should be included into your report, template report. Each things here say, مثلا, list one possible mandatory constraint that it costs you 2 marks. So if you are writing in the report, you miss to put this answer, directly you will lose 2 marks. So my advice to you, yani after you download the TMA, after you finish your work, again open this template and make sure you put everything there. And normally people, either if you are using ChatGPT, don't just put it copy and paste, try to rephrase the word by your word, because we want to avoid this high similarity. If you all use the same this ChatGPT and you put the same answer, you will get the high similarity for that. Number 2, they say prepare using your own knowledge list of 4 functional and list of 4 non-functional. That will cost you 4 and 4 marks here, 8. That's regarding to this system tourism package. 2.4, you have to create the violator template. This is very easy. It's there in our slide. Here, the work, draw a use case diagram with minimal 3 difference. It's something like the exam. 3 different actor and 8 use case, and 1 include and 1 extend. People, when they ask you to put include and extend, that should be in the specific place, يعني not just أنا برسم الرسمة and I will put include and extend in everywhere, it will be correct. يعني if someone will ask me أنا يا دكتور حطيت include حطيت extend, but if you put it in the wrong place, it will not be considered correct answer, ya people. So make sure where you want to put the include and extend related to the specific scenario. مش انه انا فقط رسمت الرسمه وحطيت decision that is will be correct and give me the mark. The decisions mark or the merge symbol, it should be in the correct place. Write the brief discussion about the stereotype. Why, here they ask you why they put include and why you put extend. So if you put them in the wrong place and you give here the wrong answer, so you will miss 8 plus 2, this is 10 marks. So be careful. Choose any of the use cases you have to use to rewrite the textual description. So you have to write it by text. Develop an activity diagram. That's also, you have to be careful how you are drawing your activity diagram, showing each and every steps. They will say you have to put 10 activity. You cannot put 9 or 7, you will lose marks. The third question, they will say, they give you different scenarios here. They will say, draw the class of this diagram. They will say, put the multiplicity. My advice to you also, when you want to pull the multiplicity, try to understand where you put it, in which area, and why you put it. يعني يا جماعة, drawing the diagram, putting just the multiplicity anywhere, هذا مو معناها أنا I will get the marks. Please, people, when you are creating your TMA file report, be sure you are giving the correct answer for each and every question. الرسمات اللي احنا بنرسمها لازم تكون صحيحة. أنا رسمت الرسمة وحطيت الأشياء في غير مكانها الصحيح, that is not means I did everything and I will get the mark. That is what all you did in the exam. You just draw the diagram, putting everything, and you are not sure is it correct or not. So by that you will lose the marks. In the TMA, we didn't want anyone to lose a lot of marks. We want to be getting the highest marks if possible. And what else? Question 4, develop a sequence diagram. So this is related to the sequence. The sequence diagram is separated into 3 things. You have to create an object diagram, and you have to create it for 8 messages, and you have to make sure the live line is activation is correct. I saw from last semester, some of the girls or some of the boys, they are just copying the activity diagram from different place and put it in the TMA. That will cost you, ya jama'a, 0 marks because you are copying something irrelevant to the scenario. For example, the scenario now about the tourism. You are copying some activity diagram about the booking flight, or you are copying the diagram for booking a hotel room. So that I am, as a teacher, I am looking to the diagram. I saw you are just copying the diagram and you give me the wrong diagram, you will get 0 marks for the entire question. It's cost you 20 marks. So please be careful about the TMA and how you did it. And when you are copying anything from any area, if from the internet or from your friend or from whatever you are copying there, try to rephrase the word to avoid the high similarity of your report. High similarity of your report, that means losing a marks. We didn't want you to lose marks, people. So please be careful about the TMA. And make sure to upload the file before the deadline. The deadline is 18. And I think it's already mentioned for you in the LMS, in the announcements. Yes. Well, we already put that long back. The TMA has been uploaded to the LMS. Last date for the submission is 18th of November. Make sure you have the correct TMA and upload in the correct time. Okay. So because I see some people, they send me email asking about where is the last day for the TMA. Go for everything, ya Jama'a. Each and every information for your course, it should be there in the LMS. Go to the LMS and find the information from the correct place. So the last date for the submission of the TMA, it will be 18th of November. So you have around 12 days. So prepare yourself and finish your file and upload it before the systems close for you. Any further questions? Do you have anything else you want to ask me about before I leave? I'm checking your paper. I didn't finish until now. Any questions? Okay. One thing I will say, I already say to my students, the class will be, all the classes should be in the campus from the next week, from next Sunday, inshallah. And we will return back for our activity for my classes. Next week, we'll have the activities running. We will have activity 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. We have 4 activity left. So I hope I will see you all next week, inshallah, in campus. Anyone want to ask about anything else before I close? Okay, I hope the TMA is clear for all of you. And I think we all know that now the TMA will be only costing you only 10 marks. Before, in the days, it costing us 15. Now that it will be out of 90 converted to the 10 marks. It is not 15 this semester. So be sure you get the full 10 marks, plus the 10 marks of the activity and the 30 marks from the mid, and we'll get the 50 in the final, inshallah. I already stopped the sharing, sorry. The TMA marks, ya Jama'at's change. I think you all noticed that. The change of the TMA changed from 15 to 10. It became 10 marks. Before the last semester, it was 15. Now it is 10. 10 for the TMA, 10 for the activity in the class, 30 for your midterm, and 50 for the final. Okay? And I have around 500 students. They have to attend the master session. I have only 22. I will share the link with all of you so you can attend it. And I wish you all the best, inshallah. Do you have anything else to say? Or you are sleeping, or where are you? Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We are finishing our class. See you next week, inshallah. Thank you. I'll just download the attendance. Download attendance list. And stop the recording.